Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is getting torn apart by critics right now, and I have to say I can definitely see why. But with that being said, I still enjoy this movie. The film is sitting at an abysmal 15% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, and an awful 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb. Now let's get on to my thoughts on Fnaf 2. Let's start off with the positives. The movie looks amazing, the animatronics look fantastic. Another thing is the score. The first movie had an amazing score, and this movie matches that with the soundtrack on par with the first movie. I know one thing that a lot of people hated about the first FNAF movie is that it wasn't scary, and it had a lack of jump scares which defined the FNAF games. This movie fixes that with an overload of jump scares, which I loved. This movie is for the fans. If you enjoyed the first movie, I think you have a good time with this. If you're not a fan of the movie or the franchise as a whole, then this movie is just not for you. Now let's get on to the negatives. The story is all over the place because the movie is for the fans. They expect you to have enough knowledge of this franchise to put the pieces together yourself. As a casual FNAF fan, I do know enough to the point that I wasn't confused. If you're not a fan of the franchise, you'll probably be looking at the theater screen and just think, what in the name of Freddy Fazbear is going on right now? I think one reason that critics hate this movie so much is that they really expect you to know what's going on beforehand, to the point that they barely develop some story points and even characters. I will say though, I am hyped for FNAF 3. I heard a lot of people say that maybe FNAF 2 will get cancelled after these reviews and maybe FNAF 2 will flop. All I have to say is they don't care. The first FNAF movie had a bad score, but it still became Blumhouse's biggest hit. The only thing is it kind of did alienate the general audience, and that's why I think FNAF 2 won't reach the same level of success as the first movie. The first movie had the magic of being the first time FNAF got adapted. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I think the Mario sequel won't reach the same heights as the first movie. The general audience won't care as much for the sequel, especially if there's nothing that's really exciting to come back to. The fans will show up every time though. That's why FNAF 2 is such a hit, especially for being a horror movie in the winter. These movies are making bank for Blumhouse. As long as the fans show up, they're going to milk this franchise to the ground. And I, for one, can't wait for FNAF 3. As someone who's played the FNAF 3 game, it has the most potential. If you don't want spoilers for a game that came out 14 years, you could turn off the video. But if you're okay with it, FNAF 3 is entirely focused on William Afton. And William Afton is definitely the star of these FNAF movies, so that's why I'm so excited for the sequel. If I really wanted to express my concerns though, I will say I am slightly concerned for FNAF 4, just because it's almost guaranteed we're going to get that third FNAF movie. They've already started production on it. It's going to release like sometime in the next couple of years. But if FNAF 3 doesn't reach the same box office heights as FNAF 2, or if it just massively underperforms, then FNAF 4 might be in trouble, because FNAF 4 is going to be an entirely new direction for the series. The FNAF 4 game is not even in the pizzeria anymore. In fact, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think FNAF 3 took place in the pizzeria either. I think it was in a museum or something. I just know William Afton's the villain, and that's enough to get me hyped. But I wonder if the audience will respond to not being in the pizzeria anymore. You don't have Freddy Fazbear, you don't have all those other characters. We sure love it, horror fans will love it, and it will definitely feel the most like a horror movie. But without Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, will the movie reach the same box office success? Because that's like trying to make a Halloween movie without Michael Myers these days and have people still show up to the theater. Like, that doesn't seem like a reality. Michael Myers is definitely the biggest draw of the Halloween franchise. I know we had a movie without him, but it's not going to be the same without him. I just don't know if the FNAF franchise will reach the same box office success without Freddy Fazbear. I know we get Freddy back in the fourth movie, but the third movie, I'm worried about the box office. And the box office underperforms for the third movie, the fourth movie is cooked. Megan 2, they were planning a third Megan movie, but since Megan 2 underperformed so horribly at the box office, that's just off the table. And the more and more you alienate the general audience, the smaller the fan base becomes, and they're going to have to increase the budget in each movie if they want to get bigger. And if they increase the budget, that means more people are going to have to go see the movie. And if you're alienating the general audience each movie, then less people are going to go see it. So I'm worried for FNAF 3. Get rid of Freddy, get rid of the pizzeria, getting rid of pretty much everything that the general audience loves about FNAF, then why would they go see it? I love William Afton, the fans love William Afton, I know a lot of other people love William Afton, but I just don't know if he's a big enough draw to make the movie a success. If they keep the budget around 40 million though, 45 million, I think it should be good. But they go crazy and make it like 60 million, I just don't know if FNAF 3 could make that same 109 million opening weekend that FNAF 2 did. Let me know your thoughts on the movie. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out. Hope you have a lovely night.